show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, the Traffic Avenue. Traffic Avenue. The show for
Detailed news, unparalleled coverage. City News on 97.3 FM.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
City News.
It's 17:30 GMT. This is the Election Bureau. Hello and welcome to Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. I am Umar Rusanda Amadou, and tonight I'm here with
Akosia Oche.
And coming up over the next 90 minutes, after defending her in court for leaving the party, NPP does a shocking U-turn by sacking its MP for Aguna West, Cynthia Mamle Morrison, and 279 other members of the party who joined her on the campaign. Also coming up, heads of public senior high schools appeal for an extension of reopening date over huge government indebtedness. And later on Eyewitness News, governing New Patriotic Party sets up a committee to probe its humiliating defeat at the polls on December 7. Stay with 97.3 Citi FM for more on this and many other stories on Eyewitness News. And in business,
Stakeholders in cocoa sector call for strategic interventions to boost industry.
That's in 15 minutes from the City Business Desk. Eyewitness News is live across Ghana on a number of affiliate stations. Now, I'll take you to a host of affiliate stations. For instance, in Upper West, we are on Tungsung 97.3 FM in Wa. We are also in Jirapa on Jirapa 96.1 FM. We are in Upper East region on Quality 88.7 FM in Garu. We're in the Northern region on Radio Bimbela 91.9 FM. We are live also on Tajevu Revival FM 99.3 FM in Tajevu and VOV Radio 95.7 FM in Hohwe. In the Ashanti region, we are on Focus 94.3 FM in Kumasi. We're also in Kumasi on Orange 107.9 FM. In the Bono region, we're on Greener 95.9 FM in Sunyani. In the Western region, we are in Takwa on Adrinpa 100.7 FM. We are in Takrady on Beach 105.5 FM as well as Sky Power 93.5 FM. We are also live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook, and we are on X. We are also interactive. Join us with your messages on WhatsApp 0549 986 996 0549 986 996. Alternatively, you can go on Twitter, now known as X, and mention me at Umar Rusanda or at City973. Use the hashtag Eyewitness News when you send your message. At 6:30 or 30 minutes to 7, we have Point Blank. And tonight on Point Blank, my guest is former Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Joseph Ni Ade Koka. We'll talk about the party's success in the Greater Accra region and what it means to the party's strength and also the NPP's weakness in the region. Stay with 97.3 Citi FM for more on this and other stories as we bring it to you here on Eyewitness News. We are starting off with a New Patriotic Party. Now, recall that in the heat of the campaign towards election 2024, there was a decision by Speaker Bagbin to expel 4 members of Parliament. Now, these 4 members of Parliament had announced that they were going to run as independent MPs or independent parliamentary candidates. They were, in effect, not going to campaign, not going to run on their party tickets. One of them, Cynthia Mamle Morrison, is a former Minister of State who was then the 7th Member of Parliament, actually still 7th Member of Parliament for Aguna West in the Central Region, a member of the New Patriotic Party. Based on precedent, the Right Honourable Speaker Abansumana Bagbin decided to declare those 4 seats vacant. The majority leader and MP for Efutu, Alexander Apenyomakin, went to court to challenge that decision of the Speaker, arguing that the fact that they have decided to run independent does not necessarily mean they are no more a member of the NPP. And what that means is that they cannot vacate their seats. That argument was decided in favor of the majority leader by the court. which means they stayed put and they remain MP as we speak. They went on into the elections contested. Some won and some lost. Cynthia Morrison lost the Agona West constituency. Now, a few weeks, or is it 1 or 2 weeks after the election, the New Patriotic Party has acted. The party in the constituency has issued a statement. Actually, it's a letter addressed to the General Secretary of the party at the national level, and it's written by Alhaji Jibrin Tanko, his constituency chairman, Agona West NPP. The letter says, and is dated 16 December 2024, the national and regional party leadership and the general public are hereby notified that the following members have ceased to be members of the party. Effective today in accordance with Article 391 of the party's Constitution 2017 as amended, these individuals have been banned indefinitely from 1. Holding themselves out as members of the party, 2. Holding any position in the party, 3. Attending or participating in any party meeting or activities, and 4. Using any party symbol or flag. The decision was made unanimously at the expanded Constituency Executive Committee meeting held on Sunday, 15 December 2024. The composition of the meeting comprised constituency officers, municipal chief executive, constituency founding members, current and former council of elders and patrons, constituency disciplinary committee members, and electoral area coordinators of the party in the Agona West constituency. The decision follows several complaints received from other party members against the said persons for 1. Standing as an independent candidate against the officially elected parliamentary candidate of the party, 2. Joining or declaring their support for another political party, 3. Supporting an independent candidate in the just ended December 7, 2024 parliamentary election in Agona West, 5. Continuously demonstrating such character against the party in every election year. Kindly find attached the list of all individuals expelled from the party effective 16 December 2024. Thank you for your cooperation. Signed, Alhaji Jibrin Tanko, Constituency Chairman, NPP Agona West. So what exactly is happening here? Ebenezer Arthur is the Constituency Treasurer of the NPP in the Agona West constituency. You're welcome to Eyewitness News, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Mr. Arthur, first of all, can you confirm to me that you had a meeting on Sunday, 15 December 2024, comprising all the persons I mentioned earlier, and in relation to people who have forfeited their membership of your party?
Hello.
Mr. Arthur, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's quite okay, but let's manage. Okay.
Okay, can you confirm to me that you had a meeting as MPP members on 15th December 2024, Sunday, to discuss members of your party who were ceasing to become your party members effective that day?
Exactly so.
Tell me more about what happened.
Well, the news is already out, so I think you have read extensively on it. So the long and short of it is that, MPP is a political party, and then as an institution, it is governed by rules and regulations. Okay. You are free to join the association. As for that one, it's one's right. You have freedom of association. You can decide to join. You can decide not to join. But once you make up your mind to join that institution, there are rules and regulations that will bind you. And so, as members of a political party, we have a constitution that governs our conduct. They know the rules and regulations that govern the behavior of members of the group. So we went for an election, and the long and short of it is that persons who hold executive positions decided that they will campaign openly against the parliamentary candidate, as well as even the presidential candidate as well. And so eventually we lost. Both presidential and parliamentary, we lost, and this is the history. The first time Agona West has lost elections to this extent. And so, as a party with council of elders, patrons, disciplinary committees, constituency executives, electoral area coordinators, we had to meet and then look at the past so we can understand the present and then prepare for the future. So we met that at the end of the day, there was a unanimous decision that persons who fought against the party, persons, not only persons, I'm talking about executive persons holding executive positions. Like it is clearly spelled out in our constitution, Article 3, Clause 9(1), as amended in 2017. We talk about misconduct here. And once your conduct is so repugnant that no reasonable being will understand it, or no reasonable being can simply ignore it, then the constitution of the party must apply. And accordingly, we have applied the constitution.
When did you notice this anti-party behavior, sir?
Oh, in fact, it started as soon as the parliamentary primaries were over.
So how come you didn't take the action all this while?
You see, as a party with Council of Elders and Council of Patrons and Disciplinary Committee, there are some constituency officers who, like I indicated earlier, openly did that. And they were taken care of by the regional directorate of the party. So it is not as if we sat on the fence and decided not to, put in place disciplinary measures. But the constituency executives, some of them who acted contrary to the dictates of the party, were punished. And so we thought that if executive people who are in the constituency positions could be punished, then to us it could serve as a deterrent to those of them the lower sections to actually comply with the rules. But this notwithstanding, they decided to go to the contrary, and as such, the sanctions.
So you knew about these actions which were against the fortunes of your party. How come you didn't expel them before the election?
I think you have asked me the same question and I have given you the answer. I told you that some constituency officers who openly acted in such manner were taken care of by the regional directorate of the party.
My reason is that you have said that they started this immediately the primaries or the lead up to the primaries started.
Exactly.
And these 279 plus your MP, were they doing the same thing, or they only started this after December 7?
But you, as a media person, you a stranger in Jerusalem. You know that the MP, they departed from the party and then stood as an independent candidate. You knew. I
actually have been sitting in Jerusalem watching your party leader in parliament take the matter to court, and which was a strong defense of her actions. I wonder if you were a stranger at the time too and you didn't take any action at the time.
No, and I'm saying that when the event started, some constituency officers, and I repeat, constituency first vice chairman, constituency women organizer, constituency deputy women organizer, communications officer, were taken care of by the regional director, which means that they were suspended indefinitely from the party. But we decided at a point in time that if such senior officers of the party could be punished straight away, it could serve as a deterrent to those in the lower levels to more or less abstain from it. Unfortunately, they decided to go or to toe the lines of those executives. And that's how come today the party has spoken.
Mr. Arthur, at the time that your party at the national level was defending Cynthia Morrison, and I'm not using defense for running independent, but defending her in court, which may inadvertently mean defending her position in the constituency and whatever she was doing, did you have a problem with it as party at the local level?
No, me, I'm not aware of the party defending Cynthia Morrison in any way. I am not aware.
Very well.
Everybody has a right to legal assistance. As a citizen of Ghana, if you think that your right has been infringed upon or trampled upon, you have the Constitution makes it clear that you have a right to seek legal assistance. So, as a citizen of the Republic, and as a human being, he has those rights. And so, if at a point in time he thinks that somebody is violating on her right and therefore seeks legal assistance, I don't believe that it is the party that rendered such an assistance to her. No.
The time when the NDC side petitioned for your MP and other persons to be removed from the House, which decision was accepted or upheld by the Speaker, there was a lot of debate in town about whether or not they should continue to hold themselves as MPs, and even the party's constitution, your NPP constitution, was quoted copiously in support of that action of the NDC side. Many people said the moment Cynthia Morrison chose to run as an independent candidate, her membership of the party became untenable and she had to go. Did you at any point notice all this national discourse around your MP and the conversation around her forfeiture?
Entirely different from the issue at stake. That is entirely different from the very issue we are discussing now.
How is it different when I'm looking at your letter and the key decisions that you've listed 1, 2, 3, 4. The first one says standing as an independent candidate against the officially elected parliamentary candidate of the party. You knew about this way before December 7, didn't you?
Yes.
And how come you didn't take any action against it, sir?
Steps were taken.
Taken to what? To what? Expel? To expel her?
To the national level, to the constituency level, to, as it were, let her, rescind her decision. But nevertheless, she decided to go by whatever decision he has taken.
I want to ask you, what is the use of your expulsion today? Because the horses have long bolted. What's the point?
Oh, the point is that the reason why we, the executive committee, together with the council of elders, the patrons, and the disciplinary committee, decided to sit on this matter. It is not as if we are targeting one individual. It is any act, any conduct which is so repugnant to justice and equity, such that no human being can ignore it. It's the decision of the party. So it is not as if we have singled out one individual. Why not talk about the rest? Why are you stressing on only the MP but not other members of the party as well? It is a holistic decision.
No, but you see, Mr. Arthur, perhaps you're being disingenuous. You see, your reason for expelling the 279, they are all tied to your MP. Number one, you said standing as an independent candidate. 2, you say joining or declaring support for another political party. 3, supporting an independent candidate. 4, continuously demonstrating such character against the party. These are all in reference to your MP who's decided to go independent and the decision of these persons to support her.
The very last ground that you read, it's about acting in contravention of the party. You didn't mention MP. The MP is one of the grounds. The grounds you have listed there are many.
Okay.
So please don't more or less zoom in only to the MP. It's as if we are targeting the MP. There are individuals who are also members of the party, whom, as a result of this conduct after the primaries, decided to go even outside the MP by campaigning for Alan Chamantin and Chida and the rest. Yes. So
quick question: what would you say to anyone who says you are playing the ostrich and that you have been hypocritical and that you saw this and took no action, hoping that she would win the seat and support you or join you or caucus with you in parliament, but because hold on, let me land with a question. And again, that expelling her at the time meant she was going to leave parliament, which was going to tilt the balance in parliament against you. But now you realize she's of no use to you, and so you are taking this decision, which again may actually serve you no purpose and be of no use to you. What would you say to that?
Master, that is not true. That is not true.
It's not true that you didn't sack her because you are afraid that you lose the majority side in parliament.
It is not true. It has nothing to do with that. It is not true. That's the simplest statement I can make. It is not true. It is not true.
So
I've already indicated to you.
In the future, if your sitting MP decides to run as independent, you would wait until 2 days or 2 weeks or 3 weeks after the election before you sack the person.
That will depend. That will be dependent upon the executive committee, the council of elders, the patrons, and the disciplinary committee decision at the time the action will occur.
And also dependent, I believe, on your numbers in parliament and whether or not expelling your MP would affect you.
Well, for the question you just posed to me, this is the answer I think I can give to you. It will be dependent upon the steering committee or the executive committee, together with other subcommittees who will be present at the time of that event.
Finally, sir,
I cannot speak to that.
Finally, why is this decision not coming from the national party? Why is it coming from your side at the local level?
Yes, it is coming from our level because, the party is hierarchically structured. Okay? Once elections are over, it is the constituency executive committee that takes charge of the party. And so, whether you are the MCE or whether you are the parliamentary candidate, whether you are the electoral area coordinator, whether you are the polling station executive, we are all answerable and accountable to the constituency executive, especially the constituency chairman.
Very well. Let's leave it here.
So now, as I speak to you now, the constituency chairman is the father of the constituency.
Thank you for speaking to us.
Thanks so much, my brother.
That's Ebenezer Arthur. He's the NPP constituency treasurer for Aguna West in the central region. Let's speak to Emmanuel Owusu Echampong. He's secretary for Cynthia Morrison. He's joined us on the line. Sir, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you, sir.
Is your name part of the 279 expelled members of the NPP in Aguna West?
Absolutely, sir. You are right, sir.
What do you make of your expulsion?
It's a sign of defeatist approach. It is a sign of the arrogance, the ineptitude that we spoke about, even while our party was in government. Issue that we raised that were never paid attention to, that has led us to this particular position that we find ourselves at Aguna West.
But you would agree that you were engaging in anti-party activities. Your treasurer just said to me that you going to support an independent candidate, also engaging in other anti-party activities, is the reason that you had to be shown the exit, and that you knew about all this while, and you still engaged in these activities.
If this issue that is being raised by the party treasurer is anything to go by, then why didn't they expel the sitting member of parliament, Cynthia Morrison, by the supporters? Because per the party's constitution, once you decide to go as an independent candidate, you are no longer a member of the party.
She's on the list, so you didn't see she's also been sacked.
Oh wow! But why did they wait till up to now? What do you think? Why did they wait till now to do what they have just done?
What do you think?
Yes, I'm saying that why did they have to wait up to this time after we have lost this election so massively? I think that her decision to contest as an independent candidate was before the general election. But at the time they knew that if they had done that, they would have reduced their numbers in parliament. So why didn't they expel her and waited till this time? That's the question that we are all asking.
But you would agree that your actions have led to your party losing that seat, and so the punishment against you is fair.
A number of issues were raised before and during the election, after the elections, and those two issues still continue to linger. The party didn't take any attempt or didn't make any attempt to address those issues. That is what led to the sitting member of parliament declaring her intention to contest an independent candidate. In any case, if declaring or standing as an independent candidate was anything to go by, my question is that why didn't the party take the boldness, the courage to expel her, but waited up to this time?
Now you have been.
Her supporters are bearing the brand for a decision that as I'm even speaking to you, the party has not been able to issue any statement from the party leadership that Honorable Cynthia Morrison is no longer, a member of the NPP party. As I speak, he's still on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party as a member of parliament for Aguna West. So what are we talking about?
Now she has been expelled. You have also been expelled. What are you going to do about it?
It is in the interest of the party to come down to Agona West, listen to what actually led to some of these things, if you are interested in coming back to power in 2028, so that the issues are thoroughly examined and investigated so that the right thing can be done. Until then, if there is any word beyond opposition, I think that we are going to be there for a very long time.
Finally, would you agree that Cynthia Morrison has been shown her level, her smoothness level, or her real size now? She lost the primaries. She was the 5th on the rankings. She thought she was not fairly treated. Decided to go as an independent candidate, and she's been given a bloody nose. That means that she's not as popular as she thought she was. She's been riding on the shoulders of the NPP. Would she apologize to the NPP and admit that she caused the seat, or she caused the party the seat? Hello, sir. Hello, sir. I've lost Emmanuel, also a champion there. He's secretary for Cynthia Morrison, the NP for Agona West. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We are coming to you from our studios in Adabraka, in Accra. We'll return with more. Please stay with us.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Expulsion premium fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind says be the 3-in-1 action, no. Expulsion they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish Magobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why you hand the Magobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the Gobe too small. Go! Expulsion is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Expulsion. Choose Expulsion, choose quality.
National Health Insurance.
Today, I will tell you why you need to have health insurance cover by the National Health Insurance Scheme. With over 500 medicines on the NHIS medicines list to take care of you and an extensive NHIS benefit package, the NHIS offers you financial risk protection against over 95% of disease conditions in Ghana. These include the 4 most common childhood cancers: breast cancer treatment, oral and eye care, free maternal health care from antenatal, normal delivery, forceps or cesarean section, and what's more, postnatal care is also covered under the NHIS. Remember, members aged 70 years and above also enjoy free elderly health care and pay no premiums or observe a waiting period. Let no one tell you otherwise. The NHIS guarantees your seamless access to health care. For further details, download the My NHIS app from Play Store or the App Store, or simply walk into any of the NHIS district offices nationwide. Terms and conditions apply. Call us on 054-444-6447 or 0302-746-447 for further inquiries. NHIS, your access to healthcare. This message is brought to you by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID.
Hi, Aku. I just got the estimate for the home repairs. It's more than we expected. I'm really stressed about where to find the money.
Why worry, Musa? You are a salaried worker. Haven't you heard about the GCB personal loan promo? They can give you up to 700,000 Ghana cedis in less than 24 hours at a significantly reduced interest rate and fees.
Really? This sounds exciting, but is it easy to apply?
Super easy. Skip the stress. Get the cash with the GCB personal loan promo with a 1-month repayment holiday. Just visit a GCB bank branch near you or call 0302 0802-634-922. Toll free 0800-422-422. No hassle, no stress.
Wow, I just got a notification. The loan is already in my account. That was fast.
Skip the stress and get the cash you need with GCB Personal Loan. Visit a branch near you today. Terms and conditions apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. The big story tonight is that Cynthia Mamle Morrison, the NPP Member of Parliament for Aguna West, has been expelled by her party. She has been expelled alongside some 279 other members of the NPP who followed her on the campaign trail. And talking about independent candidates, well, she didn't make it in the election. She didn't succeed. She lost that election. And so the NPP has effectively lost that particular seat. But talking about independent candidates, let's talk about another one. This one was from the fold of the NDC. He is a member of parliament elect for Afram Plains North, Wallace Ikpeli. He says that he will consult his constituents before deciding whether or not to caucus with the NDC in parliament. Mind you, the NDC has a comfortable majority, a very comfortable one actually, in parliament, but it appears to be looking for a means of having 2/3 majority in the House. Having this independent candidates or independent MP caucus with them in parliament would mean a lot to their numbers. Wallace Ikpeli has been speaking to Bernard Avle on the City Breakfast Show.
It was really a call from the people of Afram Plains North, and I heeded to it, and it paid off.
Oh, so for how long had you been in the NDC before this decision to go independent?
Oh, I've been a member of NDC as soon as I attained 18 years. And I contested the primaries in 2016, in 2020, and the last one we didn't end well was in 2023.
So does it mean that in this 9th parliament, if by the grace of God you are sworn in on January 7 and you are presented a chance to sit on either side, you will choose the NDC side, or we have to wait?
Bernard, I'm sure even NDC would not want me to answer this question at this moment, because there are a lot of things that go into this decision. There are consultations. I'm a traditional NDC member by association.
I see. So how come you went independent this time?
Yes, it was a call for reset in Afram Plains, and then I think the procedural event that leads to a candidature within the NDC, I was not enthused with the ones that just passed, and so I saw the need to go independent and then serve the people, and it was really a call from the people of Afram Plains North, and I heeded to it, and it paid off.
Oh, so for how long had you been in the NDC before this decision to go independent?
Oh, I've been a member of NDC as soon as I attained 18 years. And I contested the primaries in 2016, in 2020, and the last one we didn't end well was in 2023.
I see. So does it mean that in this 9th parliament, if by the grace of God you are sworn in on January 7 and you are presented a chance to sit on either side, you will choose the NDC side, or we have to wait?
Bernard, I'm sure even NDC would not want me to answer this question at this moment, because there are a lot of things that go into this decision. There are consultations. There are other decisions that one must go through to come to the conclusion. I must speak to my people, my constituents that voted me into power, and they would need to have a say in this before I can answer that question as straight as you wanted.
All right, just to educate us, for parties like NDC and NPP, when a person leaves to become independent, there are some sanctions. I suppose for feature of membership is one. Did they apply that when you went independent?
Bernard, I had an initial problem trying to clarify what the NDC stands constitutionally
on that grounds. And I'm a lawyer by profession. And looking through the NDC constitution, there's no express clause that goes against me going independent. It's just by convention we all say it. But expressly, I don't see any binding clause that forfeits my membership in the NDC. So I've been trying to avoid that discussion for some time now. But if it is by the convention, somehow, some way, towards the election, there were some circulated correspondence about my suspension pursuant to Article 48. I took a look at the Article 48, and it also stated some measures where the party feels that a member must be suspended for a while, and it gives a limit. And I think if anything to go by, that's Article 48. If we want to go by it, then I would say it is not applicable to me because it has expired 1 month after that correspondence was published, though I wasn't.
By the way, by profession, what's your professional background?
I'm a legal practitioner.
Okay, how many years at the bar?
I've not been at the Ghana bar, but I've been with the East African Law Society since 2018, and I practice in Rwanda since then.
Wow.
Till date.
So finally, how eagerly are you looking forward to the 9th Parliament, and what's your promise to your constituents and Ghanaians in respect of what you will do as an MP? My poster in Parliament as I'm going is all embedded in the patriotic song we sing, Arise Ghana Youth. And this is a song that challenges me to bring out or to unearth the talents Ghanaian youth have. And for that matter, I'm talking about Afram Plains North. I think if I go back a bit, I tell my people that we have to be self-reliant, and that will be the key in developing Afram Plains North whilst we chase the central government's role in developing Afram Plains. And I think that has sunk well with the youth, and then that is a direction we are going to go. And whilst we do that, it will give me the room now to sit well within Parliament and argue and make suggestions and formulate policies that will help the growth of Afram Plains. And we are optimistic it's going to be in the right direction to help Afram Plains, and for that matter, Ghana.
You heard that from Member of Parliament elect for Afram Plains North, Wallace Ikpeli, speaking to a host of City Breakfast Show, Bernard Koku Able. Now, the new patriotic party, NPP, has announced plans to establish a committee to thoroughly review the circumstances that led to its significant defeat in the 2024 elections. On speaking at a press conference held at the party headquarters, National Chairman Stephen Ayesu team stated that a committee will be tasked with conducting a comprehensive post-mortem of the election outcomes. According to Mr. Ntim, the committee will be open to receiving candid feedback from party members at all levels to guide the NPP's reorganization and strategies for future elections.
We may not have won the battle, but we haven't lost the war on the quest for a better Ghana, shaped by the ideals and philosophies of the new patriotic party. As leadership of the party, we share in the pain of all party faithful who have been devastated by the outcome of the elections. We understand your disappointments because we feel it too, just as the hundreds of thousands of Ghanaians who invested their hopes and dreams in this campaign do. As a party that was formed by individuals from all sectors of our society who are motivated by the ideals of development and freedom, we seek to grow the individual liberties of our people by growing a strong democracy. In the months of January 2025, set up an effective and objective election review committee to undertake a post-mortem into the outcome of the election.
The committee will engage all party stakeholders and the general public on the factors and circumstances leading to our defeat. We have a firm belief that the work of the Election Review Committee will enable our people to express their concerns and to bring out suggestions and reforms, changes, and other critical issues necessary to restructuring our party. One critical area that must occupy the attention of the Election Review Committee is the possible need for constitutional amendments and the restructuring of the party's internal decision-making processes, particularly on the mode of electing presidential, parliamentary candidates, and party executives, among others. Indeed, this is a difficult time for us as a party, but we are resilient people. We must and we will rise again from this defeat. We will be reorganizing ourselves for the battles of tomorrow. Fellow party members, this means we cannot give up. We must engage the restructuring process with all the energies we can muster together to get the elephant trumpeting again.
That was National Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Stephen Ayesu team. Let's still stay with the New Patriotic Party because it has challenged the National Democratic Congress to head to court if it disagrees with the Electoral Commission's decision to declare 7 out of 9 constituencies under contention in favor of the NPP. Or the EC on Saturday recollated results of 7 constituencies following a court order, with the remaining 2 expected to be done at a later date. Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, Haruna Mohammed, in an interview with Citi News, reiterated the party's resolve to meet the NDC in court.
We understand the NDC saying that they will go to court to challenge the declarations that have been made officially by the Electoral Commission. They have been telling us to go to court. Today they are the people now going to court. We have always been a beacon of democracy in Ghana. We will make sure that the legal processes work. It is legitimate for them to go to court. And once they go to court, we'll meet in court with the evidence. But we are very thankful that the right thing is being done. And that is why we proceeded to court, and court gave an order that the completion of the coalitions should be done. And after which, you have seen the result that has been trickling out. There are many of these instances that has not been unraveled yet. But for us, we are ready at any point in time. Once it's a legal process, they can go to court once the right thing is done.
That was Deputy General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Haruna Mohammed. Now, the Executive Director of Global Info Analytics, Musa Dankwa, has been speaking on the subject matter, expressing shock at the outcome of some disputed constituencies in the recently conducted elections. Well, he emphasized that the recollated results did not align with exit polls conducted in those areas, which had indicated a potential significant loss for the NPP.
It's very strange to see incumbent MPs lose their seat on the day or night, and then after recollation they tend to win. I mean, the wind that blew, the wind of change, and I suspect all those seats may have fallen. If you look at the areas that have been disputed, in Greater Accra, Tema Central, Ablekumano, looking at Highway Central, and Kwabinya. Prior to this election, polls have shown that MPP was losing Tema Central. They were losing Tema West, and they were losing Kwabinya. With the exception of, in fact, also losing Ablekumano. With the exception of Highway Central, where the polls were showing that the incumbent MP was going to retain his seat. Even that, all the exit polls we did on election day showed that MP was losing all the seats that they were contesting. So for me, I'm a bit surprised that those seats are being contested. My suspicion is that I don't know what documents people have in the pink sheet. If the pink sheets are there and can be traced and found, I think that should be the base of the recollation.
Musa Dankwa is Executive Director of the Global Info Analytics.
This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We are coming to you from our studios in Accra, Ghana. When we come back, the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary School, CHAS, they are asking for the government to postpone the reopening of schools, that's senior high schools, and this is because of huge government indebtedness. We'll be hearing from CHAS and possibly from the government, the Education Ministry on that. Stay with us.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Fun fact, did you know that most frogs can leap more than 20 times their body length? Yup, magical. Now just imagine your business with that kind of reach. Take that leap with Frog. Frog is a bulk SMS, voice messaging, and IVR from Wiggle. User-friendly, fast, and reliable. Get more features on one platform for all your bulk messaging needs. Whether you're a church, financial institution, school, corporate organization, or individual, if you need to reach people with your services, do it with Frog. Contact 0553 019 529 or 0552 809 558. Speak to us at www.wiggle.com.gh. Frog, a leap into greatness.
Oh, jump on now. Go, the go. Gugomi, at what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I don't change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Expulsion premium fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mindset be the 3-in-1 action, no? Expulsion they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. Go. Expulsion is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Expulsion. Choose Expulsion, choose quality.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. Let's do some more stories. The Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools, CHAS, has urged the government to delay the reopening of schools until all outstanding funds are disbursed. CHAS warned that failure to release the funds could disrupt the smooth operation of senior high schools when they resume on January 3, 2025. Speaking to Citi News, Reverend Father Stephen Owusu-Setre, President of CHAS, appealed to the Ghana Education Service to expedite the release of the pending funds to avoid complications.
We are demanding outstanding payments for recurrent funding for our schools. We are demanding outstanding payment for funding for perishables that are in arrears for about 2.5 months now. We are demanding for arrears for payment. We sat down with management and we came up with distribution centers. So some schools are used as distribution centers where the food items will come there and then the schools will go and pay them. We were told that we were going to be giving the money for transportation, for fuel. We've done that for about 2 years now and no money has come. And we're also demanding that money as well. We are pressing upon GES to make sure that the outstanding monies are released to the schools before school reopens on the 3rd of January. The Director General has spoken with me and he's assuring that we are trying everything possible to do that. So we are waiting. Because if the money is not paid or given to us, our students will come to school and we have difficulty in feeding them and even running the schools. We have written to management and we have indicated that they should try to release the monies to us. Otherwise, we are advising that they should suspend the reopening of schools for next year, that is 3rd of January.
That was President of the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools, CHAS, Reverend Father Stephen Owusu-Setre. Now let's bring you some more exciting news, because following weeks of rigorous preparations, all is set for Ghana's biggest Christmas Eve gathering, the Situation All-White Party. Well, the event has since its inception provided patrons with an unmatched festive experience through a blend of music, food, fashion, and a dash of networking. Well, this year's edition, which is slated for tomorrow, December 24, at the plush Underbridge Event Center in East Legon, promises to be a notch higher, with enthralling a performance from some of the country's finest music artists, including Keche, Bisakade, MOG, and Adani Best. Well, the head of events and partnerships for Channel 1 TV and Citi FM, Frema Edunyame, has been expressing the company's readiness ahead of tomorrow's event.
We've been ready since, so we are just ready and waiting for 24th, 8 p.m. to just open the gates, and then Situation is on. So in terms of preparations, yes, we are very ready. You know, the beautiful thing about Situation is the fact that we don't even limit the party to just one location. So you notice that we've done the Polo Court, we've done Gazebo, we've done La Palme, and this time around we are doing the Underbridge Event Center. It means that in itself brings a different approach to the whole thing, because location is different. And when you have the party in the heart of town, you know, in an area where it's very known for fun, very excitement and all, you know that you are in for a real treat. Now, when you also look at the offerings, this is the first time that for Platinum, we are going to be having the grazing table, you know, so every year we scale it up just to ensure that for those who keep coming, the experience will even be different for them. The artists coming are different people from those we had last year, and so I mean everything in terms of package, in terms of service, and what we are expecting our patrons to have is really scaled up, and so absolutely the experience is going to be nothing that you've seen in previous times.
Well, she also outlines plans for the provision of maximum security at the event.
You know, the great thing is the Underbridge Event Center has a vast car park, you know, so cars are very safe. We have security men coming through. We have the police coming through. So for those who think that would be a business spot, you know, for you to cash in by doing any acts of, criminal acts, you know, you will be taken care of. So I will discourage everybody who thinks that it's going to be an overcrowded space so they can come in with all kinds of negative minds. We have security really tight at the venue. So if you're a patron coming in, don't worry about your security, your safety. You are covered.
Frema Edunyame is head of events and partnerships for Channel 1 Television and Citi FM. Well, the Situation All-White Party is powered by Channel 1 TV and Citi FM and sponsored by Carlsberg, Kiss Condoms Series, Bell Eyes, Bushmills, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, Verve Duvernay, and Stanbic Bank.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. City Business News. Be informed.
Time now for City Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Akosia Orchard. The details now. Stakeholders within the cocoa sector have sounded a warning to government, urging swift action to address significant structural issues within the cocoa sector. In an interview with City Business News, co-convener of the Ghana Civil Society Cocoa Platform, Obed Owusu-Adai, noted that the cocoa industry's downturn is having a ripple effect, thus the need for strategic interventions to ensure growth.
At the beginning of the 2024-2025 cocoa season, Cocoa Board projected that we were going to get around 660,000 metric tons of cocoa. The revision that they have just made slashes it by 5%. So now they are saying we are expected to get around 615,000 metric tons. What this will mean is that even now as we speak, the international market price of cocoa is about over $10,000 per ton. And what it means is that we as a country are not going to benefit from the high prices that are happening on the international market. All because we don't want to point fingers, but at the end of the day, per the PNDC Law 81, which gives responsibility to the cocoa board. All the happenings in the cocoa sector can be squarely placed on the cocoa board, that because of their actions and inactions, we are in this mess that we are in now. So yes, it's going to affect the currency. It's going to affect the overall socio-economic activities in the communities, especially the cocoa growing communities. And we expect 2024-2025 to be a relatively difficult year for the cocoa farmer.
That was co-convener of the Ghana Civil Society Cocoa Platform, Obed Owusu Adai. Now, finance lecturer at the University of Ghana Business School, Professor Lord Mensah, has expressed concerns over the near-term sustainability of the local currency's recent marginal stability, pointing to the country's downward revision of cocoa production forecast as a major red flag. Cocoa, a critical pillar of the economy and a major source of foreign exchange, has seen projections lowered, raising questions about the sustainability of the current currency gains. He has been speaking to Citi News.
From where I sit, we have prioritized gold over, cocoa, even though both of them are giving us export. But what we have to realize is that the cocoa gives us, more liquidity than the gold. Let me put it that way, because cocoa sector is the only sector that is able to bring in at least some quantums of money, talking about $1 billion, $2 billion every year over the past years. It's just recently that we've missed those monies as inflows. And that is why it has affected our forex. So having, a liquid kind of asset being the cocoa, which you know very well that, you can even borrow on the cocoa beans that has not been exported, and then later you pay when you export. You have to make sure that you keep it very well. You have to make sure that you beef the policy concentration there. You have to make sure that you send resources to those areas to make sure, it performs.
That was Professor Lord Mensah, finance lecturer with the University of Ghana Business School. Now, President-elect John Mahama has underscored his commitment to transforming the face of agriculture in the country, emphasizing value addition and targeted interventions to empower farmers. According to John Mahama, these strategic initiatives aim to reduce the country's dependence on imported agricultural products by fostering robust agribusiness growth. President-elect John Mahama made the call when he met with business leaders from the CEO Network Ghana in Accra.
The last time I was looking at a map showing the imports that we make into this country. I'm sure it was on social media, everybody saw it. And hundreds of millions of dollars every year just go to create employment for other people in the area of tomatoes, tin tomatoes. I don't know how true it is, but I can't believe that we're eating $1 billion of imported tin tomatoes. It's not possible. We need to interrogate those figures, but whatever it is, I know that a huge amount is going into importation of tomatoes, something that we have a comparative advantage to produce into rice, into vegetable cooking oil, into many things that, if we put our mind to it, we can produce. And that's why, for me, agriculture and agribusiness, agro-processing is going to be one of the number one focuses. We pay lip service to giving support to farmers. We bring subsidized fertilizer, half of which gets smuggled to our neighboring countries anyway. And the real farmers who need the fertilizer don't get it. And so how do we use a system that identifies them and makes sure that if government is targeting them with subsidies or with any assistance, it goes to those who are actually the farmers and not to political party apparatchiki.
John Mahama is president-elect. Now, State Interest and Governance Authority, SIGA, has rolled out a digital platform designed to help businesses digitally to access reports and financial data on the performance of state agencies. Or through the SIGA entity portal, businesses can now access information from specified entities such as the Environmental Protection Agency, the Public Utilities and Regulatory Authority, and the Ghana Standards Authority. Speaking at the launch of the portal, SIGA's Director General John Boydu noted that the initiative also aims to promote transparency and efficiency within the public sector.
The SIGA entity portal represents a game-changing step in how we govern our specified entities. This platform is designed to automate processes, centralize reports and financial data, and provide real-time insights that empower us to make informed decisions. Beyond being a technologically advanced project, it also reflects our unwavering commitment to transparency, accountability, and operational excellence. In our view, in these modern times, it must not take staff here to be working to entities to collect just reports in these modern times. And it is something that we believe strongly, that not only with our SEs, it is something that all businesses can adapt in managing their businesses, those that have branches, those that have departments, in order for them to get real-time information, in order for them to take decisions in real time.
That was the voice of John Boedu. He is Director General of the State's Trust and Governance Authority, SIGA. Now, fast-moving consumer goods company Nestle Ghana plans to intensify its sustainability initiatives as part of its commitment to environmental stewardship and social impact. While the company aims to leverage strategic plans to enhance operations with a focus on economic curricula and aligning with its broader goal. Now, the corporate communications officer at the fast-moving consumer goods company Nestle Ghana, Deborah Kwabla, believes that embracing sustainability will not only be crucial for environmental preservation, but also foster long-term business resilience.
Sustainability efforts, we continue to intensify them. We do many aspects of sustainability. We are doing waste collection, we are doing renewable electricity, we are doing wastewater treatment, and the many aspects of sustainability. This year has been really good. I'm saying really good because we've been adjudged the Sustainable Manufacturing Company of the Year by the Association of Ghana Industries at the 13th Awards. That is a clear indication that what we do in sustainability is recognized by industry and the industry association. We expect 2025 to be an interesting year. 2024 was an interesting year. Every year we look forward to more excitement. So we are looking forward to a good 2025.
Those corporate communications manager at Nestle Ghana, Deborah Kwabla, wrapping up the Monday edition of the Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I'm Akosi Altridu. Stay with us. Up next is Point Blank.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
New Kivo hot pepper powder. Loco show. This advert is FDA approved.
Caro, I said I read the list and they are show okay. Kilo day. Ghana number. Hello, Oga Kwame.
Hey, Madam Kemi. I've received the fabrics and the colors are really nice. Look, I am going to send you your money now.
Same driver, same station, Abi?
No, I'm using my bank, GCB, to transfer the money.
Bank transfer, okay. The rate will be high, yo.
Oh, not at all. GCB Bank will transfer in cedis and you will receive it in Naira.
I don't see Amo. This is your GCB now, Baba.
Transferring money across Africa is now cheaper, faster, and safer at GCB Bank with PAPS. Available in Nigeria,
Ghana,
Sierra Leone,
Liberia,
Guinea,
Gambia,
Kenya,
Malawi,
Djibouti,
Rwanda, Zambia,
and Zimbabwe.
And remember, PAPS is now available on the GCB mobile app.
Call toll-free 0800-422-422 or visit any GCB branch for more information.
This is a GCB and PAPS partnership.
GCB, your bank for life.
Why
where the party day today.
Make the holidays unforgettable. Treat your family and friends to a celebration at the African Regent Hotel. Join us daily to enjoy delightful welcome drinks, mouth-watering delicacies, and soothing melodies in a relaxed atmosphere throughout the festive season. All at unbeatable offers. Plus, take advantage of our special holiday accommodations for a complete getaway experience. Come for unforgettable performances this and every Friday at Zong inside the African Regent Hotel from 6 p.m. If you're in need of a modern equipped space for conferences, meetings, events, and parties, call or WhatsApp us on 0268 265 386 or 0302 765 180 to make your reservations today. You can also email us on res@african-regent-hotel.com. African Regent Hotel, simply Afropolitan.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
News. Point Blank is brought to you by Kivu Pepe Mokoshio. My name is Umaru Sanda Amadou. Tonight on Point Blank, the NDC is still in celebration mood, especially in the Greater Accra region. The party lost the elections in 2016. After 8 years, it is back in power with a very significant victory in the House of Parliament. The Greater Accra region has been a huge success for the NDC. My guest tonight once chaired the NDC in the Greater Accra region. He's also an ambassador. Joseph Ni Adekoka is his name, and he's my guest. You're welcome, former chairman of NDC Greater Accra. You're welcome.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm well. How are you too?
For a long time.
Yeah. I don't know where you have. Were you busy on the campaign trail or you traveled? I haven't seen you in a long time.
Oh, definitely. I've been both traveling and on the campaign trail. Let me say, you have a very nice outfit here. So it's very impressive.
Thank you.
My first time of coming here.
Thank you.
Very, very impressive.
You should be coming more. Don't abandon us plenty. Now that you're in power, you should remember us more. Come around more. Let's talk about the government.
Yes.
Great Accra region, you guys did well. We'll talk about that. But nationally, what do you think accounted for your victory as a party?
Omar, let me say good evening to your staff and yourself, and to our president-elect for the hard work that he did over the years. You asked the question, what happened? First and foremost, President Mahama, for the past 2-3 years, really traversed this country all over the country. He went around the 275 constituencies, 16 regions, more than 3 or 4 times, trying to let the people know his program for the future. The future is today, where we are now. Coupled with that is the way the government handled the people of Ghana. You know, there were so many instances where Ghanaians were looked down upon. Most of the appointees of the NPP became very arrogant. You know, apart from that, the economic situation where you had this haircut, our economy now becoming a junk economy. I mean, the whole country was in total inflation about 54%, debt to GDP running about 110%. I mean, everything in this country had really gone down. And when anybody spoke, instead of the government trying to reassure the Ghanaians, you rather had appointees behaving as if there's no tomorrow. So what you saw was the anger of the people. The Ghanaians were really angry. So you could see that people voted massively for the NDC because they wanted a change, and they bought into what President Mahama was telling them, and also their own economic circumstances. You remember the President Kufuor said, if you were sitting him, if you were sitting him, look into your pocket. How are you faring? How is your pocket faring? I remember I saw you talking about your children going to school. I saw something about you yourself, where you were complaining bitterly.
Doomsaw. They couldn't sleep at night.
They couldn't sleep at night. And so there were a cocktail of so many things.
But Chairman, the NPP and many people say that actually the NDC did not win this election. NPP lost the election, and that John Mahama didn't really have a message. There was no strategy with the NDC, nothing whatsoever. This was just an NPP defeat because NPP didn't work hard at its own support base. And that is not necessarily because you have done anything significantly well from 2016.
That's a fallacy. I mean, the people who did not vote were Ghanaians. If your base did not vote, it means you failed. You failed. Your base must have confidence in you. So if your base did not come, we didn't ask them to come and vote. They didn't have confidence in you, right? So they decided whether to come or not. And even, who says that those who voted for NDC were only NDC people? They were Ghanaians. I use the word Ghanaians. The election was between Ghana and NPP. So those NDC supporters naturally came out to vote. But definitely, other Ghanaians, floating voters, all of them came out to vote. Right, this 1.76 million difference is a combination of Ghanaians.
But the point is that when you were crushed or when you were defeated in 2016, what did you really do as NDC to come back and look appealing to Ghanaians? The Ghanaians who rejected you, what steps did you take to make yourself appealing again to Ghanaians?
Go back to 2020. 2020 election, I insist we won, but the lack of vigilance made us this time around, because we're very, very vigilant. They couldn't do what they normally used to do, stuffing ballot boxes. You understand? Now, when we see people were, when President Mahama, between the year 2012 and 2016, look at the massive developments but our friends at the NPP said we don't eat roads. They said we don't eat roads. They wanted money in their pockets. All the development that we did, they went about, and also they told a lot of lies about President Mahama. Ghanaians haven't realized that all those things that they said about him wasn't true. 2020, they voted massively for us. Look, we lost, we had about 3 or 4 million votes in 2016. 2020, about 6 million votes. And the parliament was 137. It shows you that people realize the mistakes that they've done. So in 2024, they decided this time around, we are not going to make that mistake. So we are going to vote overwhelmingly. So the trajectory was there. The evidence was there, the NDC. People.
So there was a deliberate comeback?
It was, because people realized after President Mahama going around and making people aware of what he was doing when he was in power and what is happening when he's out of power, people realize that, after all, there's something good in JM.
But you see, NPP, when they were campaigning in 2016, came up with a number of promises. They said they would give us a factory per district. They told us that they were going to give us free senior high school and all of those things. These are policies that they have pointed to. The argument from your critic is that you didn't really offer anything in this election. You just said 24-hour economy. Even that one, they say you couldn't explain it.
No.
So you really didn't have any message. Ghanaians were simply tired of the government, and you were it was a lesser of two evils.
It's not a matter of Ghanaians were tired of it. The promises that they made. They said they'll give $1 million to every constituency. In the first 4 years, they couldn't do that. One village, one dam. They were dugouts. One district, one factory. The factories that they claimed that they were the building were factories that existed. People had those factories already, and they were just adding some few gimmicks to it. Unfortunately, ask yourself, those factories, did they add value to our economy? How many people did they employ? You see, so I thought that in 2024 they will come and tell us that the 1 million one constituency, they gave about 8 million 8 years. They gave them 8 million, and for that 8 million, they could tell us this is what they've done. This is what they've done. The one factory, this is one village, one factory, or one district, one factory, whatever it is. They are doing a lot of exports. They've employed X number of people. come to the SHS. It's not a bad thing. I keep saying that when we were going to school, tuition was free. So free education is not something new. Most of our brothers up north had free education. You understand? But in this instance, you had a situation where parents were spending more money than if they were paying fees. Because you go to school for 2 months or 1 month, and you come and sit home for 6 months. And in that time, your parents must take care of you. They must have extra curriculum for you. So they were spending more. So the parents themselves realized that all those things were not. Children were crowded in classrooms, in dormitories, and all. You saw it, bed bugs and all those. So the system is a very good system. But we are saying that regardless of that, we were going to do a free SH within a certain period of time, where we will make sure that people, every student, every child who will go to school at the same time as everybody and come home at the same time as we used to do previously. So we put up. Look at Etuabo gas. Look at the amount of money during the President Mahamba, Professor Mills time. The project was started. Do you know how much this country is saving on gas alone? That singular investment, right, took a lot of pressure from our economic budget. You understand? So people sat back, realized that NDC are nation builders. We come and build a nation and make sure that it trickles down. But here they are property owning democracy. They feel that only a few must enjoy, and we saw it. We saw what was happening. It was a cabal. And now you can hear. I heard their chairman listen a lot of things that they think went wrong. But at that moment of time, anytime you pointed those things out, hey, why? They
said that they were plagued by an unfortunate calamity, the double problems of COVID-19 and the Russia invasion of Ukraine. These are things you cannot gloss over, can you?
Umaru, the COVID period, how much money did this country get? They went to the stabilization fund, took money from it. They nearly even went to the Heritage Fund to take money from it. And these are things the NDC government put in place. Look, the ESLA fund, what the mortgage, look, they got so much money, right, that they themselves, even when you ask them to account for it, find it difficult to account for it. You are saying Russia, Ukraine-Russia war. Those people in Ukraine, their economy is even growing. Their GDP is rising. Countries around us, Togo, Ivory Coast, which they normally compare Ghana to, right, have low inflation. They were doing well. So what happened? Look, it is the borrowing of Oforiata. Look at how much money they borrowed from the euro market, and they can't show anything for it. Today, the debt that is awaiting the next government. But the year 2025, we start paying our debts. And these are monies that NPP and the NPP government, they went to borrow. And there's nothing to show for it. They didn't put in investment that will yield results for us. So they cannot claim that this COVID, even with the COVID, they are now charging COVID levy. They gave us free water. We've paid for it. So all those things that they talk about COVID, the monies they said they advanced to us, we've paid. We are still paying them.
You've said that you believe you won 2020, but because you were cheated.
Exactly.
And that there was ballot box stuffing and all of that. Are you suggesting that there was rigging in 2020 and there was an attempt to rig this time?
Oh, I mean, look, Ashanti region and Eastern region. Look at the results that came from there this time round.
Because of apathy,
take your mind back. 2008, during the election, if you can remember very well, by afternoon, results from Inshirasu, what do you call it, the other Bantama had already come, and they were they were not near what would make them win the election. Midnight, other results came in, and when you look at the results that came, it means about 99.9% of the people at Bantama and Inshirasu all went to vote. And if you are calculating the number of minutes they take to vote, you'll be amazed. You understand? And we resisted that. That was why Professor Mills was able to win. They had to go to tie. You understand? So it is a stock in trade.
But now we have a foolproof system where you have biometric verification of each voter before they vote.
But there's something called vote harvesting. People harvest vote and ballot swapping. I mean, where you are not vigilant, before they start counting, they brought another, and then if there were places that our agents were even beaten and they had to leave their place. So there was a full day. We had people coming to tell us that they voted 15 times, 20 times in Ashanti region. This time
and the system allows that to happen?
Well, when they are counting and your agent is not there, how are you going to resist it?
So your agents were compromised?
Some of them not compromised. They were sacked, hounded away. You understand? Some of them, Bantama, how can you go to Bantama as an NDC person and go and say you are going to challenge what is happening? You run for your life.
You have attacked the Electoral Commission from 2020 to date. The Electoral Commission chairperson has declared your candidate the winner. Do you know who the EC and the chairperson an apology?
Ghanaians declared NDC winners, not the Electoral Commission. Ghanaians voted overwhelmingly. By 8:30, we knew the results. Our opponents too knew their results. Look, you see what is happening now. Just for a moment, let's assume this election was very close. Maybe NDC had about 50 or 49, NPP had about 48%. Do you know what will have been happening by now? Look at what is happening. Where all the rules are being broken by the Electoral Commission. In 2020, something happened at other constituencies, a place at Techiman South, where people were shot, and the returning officer was surrounded by military men and all manner of things, and he declared that was that not under intimidation? And when the parliamentarians took a petition to the Electoral Commissioner, she said, once declaration has been made, the next place for you to go is the court. 4 years down the line, what has changed? And the CI 127 is explicit. Tells you the process that you must go through when a declaration has been made. If you are claiming that people were wielding axes, and then you go and watch the television screen, and there's nobody wielding an axe, and then you go and do recollation or whatever you call, which is not part of the electoral system, what are you doing?
You think that the EC was complicit?
Very much so. I mean, look, Umaru, if you are not able to put this thing right in future, somebody can get up and said, "Oh, the presidential results has been declared, but we think the returning officer, which is the Electoral Commission, did under duress. So we are going to recollate all the results again." It's a bad precedent, very, very bad precedent. We are setting if you don't put it right.
You don't trust the EC chair now, do you?
She's my very good friend, my sister. When she was at the IEA, she used to have seminars. The things that she pontificated, the things that she said we should do, she was telling, what's her name, Afarijan to do. Even when Charlotte Osei came, the things that she was telling Charlotte Osei to do. And then you are given opportunity, and under your watch, people have been killed because of electoral, misunderstanding. Afarijan's period, even with 208, we went to election 3 times. Not a single blood was shed. Not a single blood was shed. Within the last 4 years, 2020 to 2024, look at the number of people who have been killed in Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana. So how can you have confidence in the system? And a situation where it has been bastardized, in the sense that you have non-NPP members on the board. What do you expect? When they come outside, you have them having shining faces. But when they go in, we are all in this game. When you go inside, there are certain things that you do wrongly. And that is what has landed us to this situation where now you have 2 sets of parliamentarians who have been declared winners.
and they both show up in
They both show up in Parliament.
But the superior EC officers who did the recollation would be the ones whose words will hold.
No, not the superior. I open the CI 127 and tell me where they say a superior officer. Just tell me. Tell me.
Let's talk about your victory. Greater Accra, based on the recollation, you are not going to win as much as you thought you have won in Greater Accra.
No, we won 31 seats. Period.
But they are doing recollation.
That is illegal. I wonder even if some of your colleagues who didn't want to talk, whose mouths were sealed, are now talking. This week I watched certain programs and they were claiming that it is illegal. Everybody know. All the lawyers, my friends who are lawyers have discussed. Me myself, I'm not a lawyer, but when at least I went to school so I can read English. I know what is black and white. And it tells you what to do when there's a dispute after the declaration has been made. Simplicity.
Your win in Greater Accra in 2020 was impressive, but it has become even more impressive this time around. What worked for you?
You see, I like I said earlier on, everybody is like the Eggle Party. Everybody living in Ghana.
Every Ghanaian.
Every Ghanaian lives in Accra, Greater Accra. And these are the people who work and send money to their families in the villages and in the regions. So if your mother is waiting for money to come and you are working in the bank and they've thrown you out of the bank, you have a small shop. When you go and sit down in the morning, from morning to evening, nothing is bought. You are a trader at Okanshi. You change dollars to go and to import things into the country, and now your capital has been eroded. Definitely, the signal must come from here. So the people here who hail from all over the country voted overwhelmingly, and they realized that I have friends who were under the NDC administration. Everybody was Okanshi, all of them they at least they had something to do. Their business was and dollar at that time was 1 cedi 3.75, and they said Professor Doolittle, all those kind of things that went on. And now you come today, as of today, close of business, dollar is 16.3. Come the next government, if we are not able to reduce expenditure, cut down expenditure, and that kind of thing, we will end up having another problem on our hands.
Chairman, you don't have the magic wand, do you? Can you really turn things around overnight?
No, we don't have the magic wand, but what we have is the goodwill of the people, and that is what we should leverage on. It's the goodwill of the people.
The NPP and Akufo-Addo had the goodwill of the people in 2017.
But they messed it up.
What's the guarantee that you will not mess it up?
I mean, if for anything, we have learned lessons. Unless we don't and want to go the same way. That is why we say that we are going to have a lean government of 60 ministers instead of having 123 ministers, half of it. Because all these ministers come with other benefits, which is a cost to the nation. You understand? Now, we want to create an employment. The economy must work. You were talking about 24-hour economy. All over the world, people work 24 hours. You travel severally. I mean, when you go to London and you want a night bus, don't you get a night bus? Mm-hmm. You get a night bus. It's not 24 hours. You have a night bus.
In 4 years, are you sure that John Mahama, who has no accountability at the polls, would really fix this country?
This is a legacy government. It's like Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah had no polls, but he was able, as at now, we mention his name. We believe President Mahama has been given a chance for now, posterity to remember him well. And he has done it before.
He has so many debts to pay back, campaign money. For 8 years, he's been in the wilderness.
Oh, you think he's going to amass wealth for himself?
Or possibly pay back the people who helped him to campaign by giving them contracts and jobs.
No. Were you there to see anybody?
No.
So why this?
I'm just speaking. We are all in this same game. We are all in this game together.
So why do you speculate?
Chairman, we are all in this game together.
You are speculating.
But we know how things.
If you are going to reward somebody for helping you, you must help. You must reward him. Then something that the person will do to bring development to the people of the country. And that's what we want. That's what we are saying. We need to develop. Look, Mara, we need to develop Ghana. We need to look at our infrastructure. Most of them are crumbling. Understand? Look at our sanitation system. You go to other countries and you can even sleep on the floor, on the ground, or whatever it is. Look at our power systems, things that were near the benefit of this country, right? So President Mahama said we are going to reset. We are going to do things that will create that enabling environment for people. The civil service alone cannot employ everybody. You need to rely on the other market with the private sector, right? So you need to put up, like we are saying, that instead of us having a fluctuating tax system at the port, we're going to have a stable currency, give you a certain amount of money you have to pay when your goods come in. Maybe you keep that for 3 to 6 months. So it gives you some stability. You understand? So we are well focused.
Very well.
We are well focused.
Chairman Adekoka, Joseph Adekoka, former Greater Accra Region Chairman NDC. Thank you for joining us on Point Blank and for dinner.
We need to do more of this program.
We look forward to seeing you more
before President Mahama comes into power.
Has the president offered you any job, by the way?
Oh, I am hoping that he will put people who will help this country grow, including Chairman Adekoka. Whatever happens, we thank the Lord for that.
Chairman, you are done.
Thank you.
Okay. That's Joseph Adekoka. He's former Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the NDC. He came by for Point Blank. Point Blank is brought to you by Kivo Pepe Mokosho. We'll be back tomorrow at 17:30 GMT. Thank you for listening. My name is Umaru Sanda Amado. I did this with Akosia Ocho. Production by Kobina Wilson and Beverly London. The technical support from Emmanuel Latte. Emmanuel Wusu helped us with the new media. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Have a good night.